Cool Hits Sports Network proudly presents Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show on Kool TV.
Welcome to Olive Hill, Kentucky on the campus of West Carter High School on this beautiful Thursday, August the 22nd, 2024. First broadcast of the 2024 fall season as Jeff Irwin sits to my right. Just a small drive from Ashland. Jeff, this is your backyard. Was a rules analyst for many, many years in the volleyball side of things. Jeff, talk about a little something the keys, of all volleyball that you've watched here in the 16th region, what most likely will decide tonight's matchup?
Well, tonight, of course, you're dealing, first of all, with the 62nd District Tournament.
Yeah.
Seeding game. And
right.
So that's obviously the biggest thing. You want to get that out there right now. And the biggest thing right now is these teams coming together and forming, a unit and being able to operate out a system.
Right.
Because the big thing that with, especially, a lot of really young players and everything, if you watch a lot of middle school volleyball, one of the biggest things they want to do is they want to get it and they immediately want to hit it over the net.
Right.
And
learning to be patient.
Right. And you got to set things up and you got to, do some diversions out there a little bit. That's what we call being in a system, is that, you have someone that's retrieving the ball from the offense on the other side, then you get it to your setter, and then you get it to your attacker. And so that is going to be, whoever can put that together more frequently, because there is the weird off the cuff, you hit the ball
right.
and knock it over, and, somebody was just asleep on that as well. But, teams that can really put things together and be consistent with that is going to be the ones coming out here tonight. Like I said, taking a look so far in on the season, West Carter's 1-1 right now.
More than 0-1.
0-1 for Morgan County.
0-1 for Morgan County.
Yes.
I think the old saying, you're only as strong as your weakest link, means more in volleyball than any other sport, Jeff.
Absolutely. And you take a look now here with these, with West Carter, of course, they only have two seniors this year.
Yep.
They got Cameron Hall and they have Addie Lyles. Or, excuse me, I say Cameron Hall, she's a freshman. Madison Buckler, or Maddie Buckler, and Addie Lyles. West Carter lost a lot of team members last year. A lot of their starters, I believe there's one of their setters was involved with that. A lot of people that was first off the bench and everything else. So West Carter, they're going to have to come out here today and identify themselves and make a real kind of a notable identity for themselves out there as a team.
Well, as we get set for this matchup here in Olive Hill, both teams continue to warm up. We'll take a break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back out here on Kool TV as Both teams have made their way back to their benches. Big 62nd district matchup on tap, and you look at the history of volleyball for West Carter, Jeff, it's a rich tradition.
Yes, West Carter was one of the first few teams that participated in. Of course, Round County, Ashland, Russell, got a little bit more of a history than
While
them.
they do the national anthem, we'll take another break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Welcome back to Olive Hill, Kentucky, also known as the place Jeff Irwin built. West Carter High School. Of course, the fall sports season is underway, and you've got a lot going on at the 2 Carter County schools, volleyball, soccer, football, just a lot of different things. As now West Carter's being announced.
Yeah, if you take a look, of course, as we mentioned earlier, West Carter 1-1 on the season. Early on in this season, they picked up a win over Menifee County on Tuesday.
3 straight sets.
Yep, 3 straight sets. But then on their first game, a little bit of a rough opening against Greenup County and lost in 3 straight sets. But it's one of these things that that's going to happen early on. We were talking about kind of the history of West Carter. I know probably the worst coach in West Carter's history. He makes a great broadcaster and everything else on there, but much better broadcaster than what he was a coach. I had to throw that in there. But
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. So West Carter 1-1 early on in this season, and it's almost been more of a history of our tradition now, where they're starting these district games earlier. Used to you'd have about 4 or 5 games.
That's what I was going to say. And one thing that I've noticed in the few years I've been covering volleyball is there's always 3 or 4 really good teams in each region, and then the fall off, Jeff, is significant.
Right. Well, looking at Morgan County, they had kind of a rough season last year. They've been through a few different coaches. It's one of those situations that they're looking to turn the program around this year. Of course, West Carter was in, it was East and West last year who you were looking at. Of course, you got East, West, Elliott, and Morgan as the district opponents here. And so it's one of those things that Morgan County is looking to try to get things started off great. They lost their first game against Lee County.
I don't know anything about them, though.
They historically, they were a really strong team, especially when I coached against them and everything. They had some really great athletes and everything else. I think a lot of their focus has been pushed elsewhere into a few other sports.
Okay.
But they've got definitely the potential to really come out and do some damage out here in the 16th region.
Well, I think with as young as this Comet team is, you can only go up.
Right.
coming in 1-1. You said that they lost the 3 straight sets to Greenup County. Greenup County team who's going to challenge that 63rd district.
Right.
You've got some really good teams in that district with Russell and Graceland.
And then even Lewis County's had some really good seasons as well. As we see Morgan County now have the first serve.
Coach of Graceland now, too. That's something that needs to be thrown out there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the 63rd.
A lot of people forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people in the 63rd, you do not want to play there.
We're underway here in Olive Hill. Way to be patient there on the side of West Carter. I believe that was number 30, Adams.
Yeah,
really nice setup there, Jeff.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what we're talking about being in system. They took the time, they look over the defense, and try to get it to where the attacker's going to be at. Now, a lot of these teams, they only have 1 or 2 girls that's really tall, and that's when they try to get to that person all the time. But if you're lucky enough to have a few of them, you can split it around a little bit.
That front line of West Carter just has a significant height and length advantage over Morgan County's front line.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, you take a look down there. I know a couple of the players out there, like I said, Adams, of course, Holly Adams, a nice tall player and everything else. Mallory Hicks, she's a junior this year, and she is dangerous out there on the line.
3-0 right now here in the first set.
Because it looks like now we have number 5 back there, Rihanna Brown, doing a great job serving.
Great job.
And it's one of those things that, she had a great season last year behind the line serving and has picked up 3 aces right off the bat here.
And that third one that she served, it only cleared the net maybe by a couple inches there, Jeff.
Oh, well, and that's exactly what you want it to do.
Absolutely.
Because like in tennis and everything else, there's the let serve.
Right.
To where, if it hits the net, you reserve it again.
Right.
In volleyball, there's not a let serve. If you can get it right on that tape and, kind of have it throw off the line there, that's exactly what you want to have. Little unforced error there by Brown serving that one into the net. Sometimes that happens. You get a few serves in.
Too relaxed a little bit maybe.
Yeah, you get there and then all of a sudden just like something happens. And
right.
it's just like, well, you just shake that one off and you try to get it back. West Carter here trying to get in the system, gets it over to Hicks on the outside for a nice kill.
And a lot of people will think that you just got to hit that ball as hard as you can straight down. It's not true. Finesse will win you games.
Oh, and that's exactly what you have to do. Because, a lot of times, you always hear the bump set spike.
That's finesse.
Yeah, but a lot of times going on 2, doing a quick little dump, that's exactly what you need.
Good plays there by Morgan County. What placement there. That was Barker, number 22, found the gap in the Morgan County defense. Now it's 6-1. It's kind of like checkers a little bit, Jeff. You put the ball where they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, good play.
Nice little kill there by Morgan County. And once again, that's the whole thing. This is a very fast-paced sport.
Skaggs, who's going to take a seat on the bench, checking in for Morgan County, is number 11, Smith. Being patient. That's the name of the game. Now, in some matches, you can't be patient, but this early on in the season, I think you're just trying to get your footing a little bit.
Right. Yeah, all this is trying to get there. A little bit of a mishandle there by Adams, but rolls off the fingers, gives Morgan County the point.
Yeah, Blair right there to send it back over the net for the Cougars.
And that's what happens a lot of times because, you're going up against, scrimmaging your own team, for truckloads of times, and then you get into, like, live game situation. And sometimes
finesse
doesn't
right
work
there.
out there. Yeah, nice little quick little dump over there by West Carter. Well, cross court, West Carter tried to save it, but
Morgan County gaining some momentum here.
They're getting it now 6-4.
After being down 4-0 at the beginning, it's now 6-4. Lady Comets still with the lead, and I saw something the other day that men's volleyball is kind of taken off across the state in high school.
Yeah, not a whole lot of teams around here. I think Fleming County has one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and you're getting a few schools here and there, but it's going to be coming around.
Oh, yeah, and it's played in the Olympics. So, this is entertaining here. Both teams refusing to give up that point.
Free ball over there by Morgan County.
Morgan County kind of got that 3 players right in the same vicinity. It's almost like taking a fly ball in the shallow outfield. Who's going to get it, and then nobody really ends up getting it.
And that happens more than what you know in volleyball.
Yeah.
And that's where communication is going to be key for these teams. And a lot of times, especially if a team's young, they don't communicate as well. They think it's like, oh, well, it's going to go to this person no matter what. But when someone else has got a better angle on it or, reads the defense a little bit better, sometimes they have to call them off.
What our coach, I know it's a different sport, but our coach always used to say, inexperience is always helped by experience.
Right.
And, that couldn't be more true for both of these teams.
Free ball situation just takes it over on one there.
Oh, good play. That was Holbrook for Morgan County. A dive and can't get it. It'll be a point for the Comets. Blair tried to scoop that one up off the ground, just couldn't get enough of it to put it over top of the net.
Take a look at that on the instant replay there. Just gets it right over the top of the block.
That was a big point. Ooh, I think if she lets that one go, Morgan County. Nine to 4 now. What a beautiful couple days we've had, Jeff, across Eastern Kentucky. And, of course, this is our first broadcast of the fall season. Now 10 to 4, West Carter on a little run of their own after a 4-0 run there by Morgan County. I was talking about the weather. Just absolutely beautiful this last. Now, of course, if you look at the extended forecast on your Weather Channel app, the summer's going to show its, I shouldn't say ugly face because I love summer, but the heat's coming back.
It is. I know my daughter went out last night. She's like, I'm not ready for fall. And I'm like, well, give it 2 days. And it'll be back to 90 again.
I don't want it. I hate cold warnings. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, the finesse. The finesse again. Morgan County's battling.
And it's going to be looks like a net violation there.
Just barely got it, County. And it's going to cost them. Now 11 to 4.
And that's the one thing, a little bit of a difference if you look at in between. We mentioned about being played in the Olympics. High school, anytime you hit the net, it's a violation.
It is, and it should be.
Once you get into, nice play there by Morgan
Good play
County.
by Blair for the Cougs.
In the upper levels, it depends on if you're playing the ball or not.
It does.
Yeah, and in high school, you could be like completely away from the ball and brush the net, and that's a penalty.
And I think that volleyball, in particular, has a lot of similarities to other sports because a lot of your result will come from positioning.
Exactly. Nice cross-court shot there. Good dig there by Morgan County.
Well, Morgan County is really putting together some really good sets here.
Tries just to quickly push that one over. And once again, talking about position, that's what gives West Carter the serve back right there.
Yeah, Holbrook may have just lost her footing just for a second, and it definitely affected her shot.
Because a lot of people think you just jump up and you just kind of smack into it and everything else.
It takes hand-eye coordination.
Footwork is more important, as like incredibly important in the sport. As there's an ace there by West Carter.
13 to 5 now. This first set kind of slipping away from Morgan County.
As we mentioned, mentioned the format here, it's best 3 out of 5 sets.
Right.
You play to 25. You have to win by 2. And if it does go to a 4th or a 5th and deciding set, that one's going to be played to 15. And you still have to win by 2.
Of course, like I said, this is our first broadcast of the fall, but me and Jeff will be at East Carter High School tomorrow for a big football game. James Collier will be in Raceland for the Tomcats and the Rams. Our good friend Kent Robinson will be here on the campus of West Carter High School to bring you Pike County Central at West Carter, Jeff. One thing that, when we first got together, when we joined Kool Hits, we wanted to make sure that Carter County was taken care of. And I think since we've been here at Kool Hits, with the effort of James Collier, yourself, and me, and I go as far as Jacob Hankins and Travis Otworth and just Kent Robinson, Chauncey, I think we've created a pretty good team.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course your smarter half.
The boss.
Yeah, the boss.
That's a nice little play there. We'll take a look again on that on the Grayson
At
Sporting
least you
Goods
have a
instant
smarter
replay.
half. I have a smarter half, but she's not real interested in doing. She probably would. Probably not during football season, but she probably would.
One time when we were up in Washington, D.C., working a golf tournament up there, we kind of kidded. We said 90% of us was either Irwins or Colliers. So you might have to change your last name here. Instead of Hutchinson, you might have to be a Collier or an Irwin.
Well, you don't understand. See, the difference between my last name and James Collier's last name is my last name you have to earn.
Right.
So James Collier was born with his name. I was no name until I was 4 years old. I had to earn my name.
Well, there you go. I mean,
I told James that one day. He said, really? So, Jeff, Morgan County getting ready to serve here. I think dropping the first set, if they were to, it's not that big a deal. But you have to put together at least 7 to 8 good possessions if you're going to come out with a win here.
Right, and
it has to happen each set. You can't just put 7 or 8 together and then fall asleep for 5 or 6.
Right, because I mean we've seen Morgan County come back on West Carter there early on in the first set. This is nothing but a game of rallies and streaks.
Oh, what a
nice
kill right there.
That was by Mallory Hicks, and let's take a look again on that on the Grayson Sporting Goods, as Morgan County just kind of gives West Carter a little softer shot over there, and they set it up to Hicks, and she makes it pay for that.
Much finesse on that one, Jeff.
No,
they might have to replace the ball after that. Oh, nice. Discipline at the net. Knew to give at least 6 to 8 inches of leeway on the net.
Right.
If you notice, she didn't go straight up on the net. She was back 6 to 8 inches, so she knew the net was going to come towards her.
And that gives you a little bit of leadway to kind of be able to handle the attack of the opposite team, because if you play up right on the net, number one, you're probably going to make contact with the net.
Right.
Any part of the body, any part of the jersey, contacts that. It's now it could hit into you, and that's no foul that's on there. But yet you want to kind of play back a little bit.
And that's that last set for West Carter is the communication that you were talking about earlier, the broadcast. Things happen fast, and you've got to be able to get those words out fast. And I think that, both of these teams will get better throughout the season. But in volleyball, experience means more than any other sport.
Yes. Because, as we said, West Carter graduated a lot of seniors last year. And, they're having to re-identify themselves. Of course, I know this team as there's a illegal contact 2-hit call there against West Carter. I believe that makes that, 19-9?
Well, with us having the stream here, why can't we use the video replay?
Yep. 20-9, there we go.
We should be able to challenge. They should get the coaches a red flag. They should be able to challenge it, and they can come up here and watch the replay on the Grayson Sporting Goods replay. Oh, man, what positioning there by number 8, Hicks. The second big kill of the night for her.
And let's take a look at that one again here on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay, as once again, nice setup to her, a little bit back from the net, and just puts it right in the back shelf there. As 21-9, now your score.
Yeah, and if you're Morgan County, you let 4 more go across here, and you're going to be down 1-0.
And it's not really a situation you want to be in, but it's not the absolute worst situation out there.
No, it's so early in the season, you just never really, you never really know. Like I told, and this goes for all sports. Like I told Coach Tim Chample in East Carter the other day, they lost their first game last year and then made it all the way to the regional title.
Right.
So you just, you don't dictate results early in the season, especially in a tournament format like volleyball. Like other sports. Some sports are not like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the district's not cluttered, so every team has a chance to make the playoffs. You don't have that 5-team district where somebody's sitting.
Right. Yeah, and with this one, even, if you look at just per match, as a nice attack there and dig out there by Morgan County, You give up one set, no problem. You can win the rest of them.
That's the beautiful thing about high school sports is you control your own fate. You can make mistakes during the regular season, just like I always kid everybody. In high school basketball, you could technically lose every single regular season game and win your first game of the district tournament and make the region tournament.
Right.
That's the way it is.
And if you go perfect from there on out, you can be a state champion.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No. As now it's a set point here for West Carter.
Yeah, Comets have looked very strong here in the first set, Jeff. And there it is.
So 25-9 will finish off set number one. As
we'll take a break. We'll be back.
Let's take a look at that real quick on instant replay. That set point real fast from the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Another Mallory Hicks kill just puts it right in the back shelf there.
We'll take a break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor. And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff in our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone Epic Stuffed Crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Back out here on Kool TV, we're in Olive Hill, Kentucky, on the campus of West Carter High School on a beautiful Thursday, August the 22nd. And this will be the beginning of several volleyball games we got this year. Several sporting events. I got the schedules a couple of days ago, and actually I picked up the football cue sheet that I'll send you a picture of too, that That'd you probably need to have. A lot of moving parts, and Jeff, there was a time where we weren't sure where we were going to do anything during the summer. So we're just glad we're here, and glad that our relationship with Carter County Schools is as good as it is, because when you talk about good people and good schools, at the top of the list for me, Carter County.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not just saying that because I work here.
He's saying that because he works here.
Oh, there you go.
I don't work here. No, I'm saying that I don't work here. I don't. And truthfully, people know how blunt I am. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. But as far as the way I've been treated by both these schools out here, couldn't ask for anything better, Jeff. I mean, really, these people out here take care of me, and it's just one of them things where either you're in the family or you're not.
Right. And before too long, these two families are combining, and it's going to be one family.
Hang on a minute. You're not supposed to say the C word here.
Well,
unless it's Comets.
Well, it was funny. We were in our PD session here, and Dr. Green, of course, that's always the elephant in the room, came up and he said, well, what's some names that we could have for the Carter County teams and everything?
I'm sold on Coyotes.
Well, first one on his list that he had was the Craters.
I don't like that.
If you hear the rest of the list, you probably know why. He was picking out ones that probably definitely would not be, because Crater, you mix a common and a Raider and you get a Crater. The Consolidators.
The Consolidators. Yeah, I kind of like that one.
I forget if it was the bats on there, or maybe I think he might have mentioned bats or something, which that one's not too bad.
Not too bad.
And then the last one.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Miller Insurance Agency began serving the insurance needs of Northeast Kentucky in 1967. Since then, the agency has prospered by providing valuable insurance protection to our community. As your independent insurance agent, we're not tied to one company. Rather, we compare different carriers, finding the best price. Call or stop by today to compare your coverages. Remember, your independent agent serves you first. Find us online at millerins.net or stop by Miller Insurance, 210 South Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. Check out Dyer's Big Sandy in Grayson for great prices on home appliances like washers and dryers, ranges and dishwashers. See our giant selection of living room suites, bedroom suites, recliners, mattresses, and electronics, including TVs and speakers. Visit our showroom at 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. You'll find the best prices and the best selection for every room of your home. And Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding: Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Beauty Rest. Dyer's Big Sandy, 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Back out here on Kool TV, ready to start set number 3 on the campus of West Carter High School on a beautiful August the 22nd.
Yeah, great night, beautiful night for any kind of sporting activity outside. Hitting in right before we get, still I think I want to say 72 on the watch.
What?
Right now? That's
what you got there?
Well, I said 72, but maybe that's.
Look at there, 77. You ain't got the Apple temperature.
No, this is the.
That's the Samsung temperature. That runs 5 degrees lower.
Yeah, this is like the Weather Channel temperature is what it says.
See, that's probably the temperature at your house, which is there's no. It's colder in Olive Hill than it is anywhere else.
Yeah, WeatherBug has it at 74.
No, it's probably 75 degrees. We'll just call it that. It's beautiful, anyways.
I was out last night trying out my new golf net that I built, and it was.
You built a golf net?
Yeah. I took us some PVC pipes and everything else.
6'8", 300-pounders are not supposed to play golf.
Well, I try my best to. I do pretty good for a tall, fat guy. Well, I won't say good.
You had me worried at the regional baseball tournament when you hit the ground.
Yeah, that was fun, rolling down the hill on that one.
We'll never let you do that again. I'll go set the camera up for that one.
Yeah, that was over at Russell. There was a hillside.
There's just nowhere to go, man. There's nowhere to go there.
Right. Well, unfortunately, we're here indoors, falling upstairs. That's always a good thing.
Well, the bad thing about falling upstairs is there's only one way to go.
Right back down. So Morgan County has the serve here to start off.
This is so important right here for Morgan County. They got to get 4 or 5 right here.
They got to get, and that's not the start that they wanted.
Well,
there.
I think that they're just trying out new players at different positions. Nobody, and if you've watched Morgan County during this match, they've kind of all just rotated different positions. They're trying to figure out where everybody's strongest at. And that's probably the best approach early in the season with a team this young.
Right, because, if they haven't played a whole lot together, or if you have a new coach that's there, you got to figure out who your players are and who works best next to each other.
Right.
Cross set over there, and that's in there by Adams.
I'll tell you what, when you talk about Hicks and Adams, they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous, especially when you got Patton or Brown back there serving.
And then you got the great defensive specialist there, and Patton. She's been doing a great job digging out any of the shots in the back by Morgan County. Brown right here on the serve once again.
And this is trouble.
And sometimes you'll see that, and you might think, well, why aren't they putting any effort to hit it in there? And
even if she makes the run over there, what's the likelihood if it goes over the net in play?
Right.
Professionals don't make that shot. Oh, good play there by Morgan County. You got to capitalize here. Oh, that one's out. Now Morgan County, you only let West Carter get 3. You're down 2. I think you got to get 2 or 3 here, no matter what.
Yeah,
you got to
get things rolling on.
Yeah, you can't hit this one into the crowd. You got to get this one over the net. Really good serve there.
Nice attack.
Yes.
Good dig out there by West Carter. Adams hits it in the back row. Opportunity here for Morgan
just
County.
A little too much juice on that one. Blair had a good set there for Morgan County, though.
As Carly McClurg, she's got a big swing and everything to her there, and just needs to kind of get a little bit more downward trajectory on there.
That's just a lot. This Morgan County team, let me tell you something. They're going to be all right. They just need experience. They're going to be all right. I'll tell you what, hitting that one right in the hands of Barker, Hicks, Adams, or Rollins, like throwing it against the wall. It ain't going anywhere.
Just sticking right there as Mallory Hicks back to serve now here for the Lady Comets. She's got a great jump serve.
Oh, that was a really nice serve. It's going to cause Morgan County a lot of problems. Good job by the Cougars getting that one across.
As McClurg once again. McClurg trying to go line on that one, but dug out there by Hicks.
I'll tell you what, when it gets over to the left, Adams, Morgan County's been in trouble all night.
Well, right now, you take a look at the lineup that West Carter has right here. They've got, Hicks and Adams on the corners. Well, actually, Hicks and Adams right next to each other. They're transitioning out in the front line there, but keeping them on the corners there.
Hicks actually served that one.
Good dig out there by West Carter, keeping it alive. Opportunity here is that's Barker. Takes it to the back row, dug out there by Morgan County. Back set.
Oh, Nolan tried to just peek that one behind the front line of Morgan County, and it trickles out of bounds. Morgan County with the point. Another opportunity here for Morgan County. They got to make a run here, Jeff.
Yeah, now's the time to be moving because, it's 6-2. You're down 2 sets. Time to start, putting a few things together.
Here. Good serve.
Nice little misdirection on the hit there.
Yeah, and he got put in no man's land. Daniel tried to save it for Morgan County. There's a big gap right there in the middle, and when you start getting this set going and a lot of bodies are moving all over the place, there's always a gap. And West Carter's done a really good job of finding that gap in this match.
Leah Patton back to serve once again here for the Lady Comets.
Good play.
Going middle here to Barker. Nice dig out there by Morgan County, keeping it alive. Cross court, back row attack, and that's in there.
I thought it was in also. Wow, what a shot by Nolan.
Let's take a look at that again here on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. I just see just a back set and just puts it right in the corner there. Eight to 2 right now.
Good job there by Morgan County. West Carter's been patient. Nolan again. This one a little too much juice on that one. It's going to go out of bounds. Another opportunity from Morgan County. You can't go one and done. You just can't keep doing that.
Yeah, because it's one of those things you got to get rallies put together. You got to get some series.
And we saw that in the first set. Morgan County was able to go on a 6-0 run, and it seemed like West Carter was like, okay, enough of that. And ever since then, it's been, oh, what a serve. It don't get any better than that.
And McClurg with the ace, and that's exactly what I told you. If you can get a little bit of a let serve on there right across the tape and just get it to dump right over, that's a tough shot for anybody to pick up.
Another good serve. This is going to give West Carter some problems. Another point for Morgan County.
Once again, this time miscommunication by West Carter, but
it all started with the serve.
Right. And you got to get a good serve over. And McClurg, as we said, she has a big swing. And, she's got to get a little bit on the downward trend to it.
Oh, this one just catches just too much of the white part of the net. And it's going to fall back on Morgan County's side. They did get 3 there, though, Jeff.
Yeah, and that's what you need. I mean, they're still 4 down, but they're getting closer. They're trying to keep it within reach.
And I'll say this. I know it's early in the year. Morgan County has gotten better throughout this match, not just through the season, in the match.
As time goes on, I mean, they're going to be a better team, come October.
And don't take this the wrong way. The elite teams, the Assumptions, the Sacred Hearts, the game for those girls has slowed down tremendously. It's almost like anticipation at some point. And that's why you see them dominate high school volleyball across the state of Kentucky nationally. Those girls go all the way to Florida sometimes and play volleyball. It's one of those things.
That one's just
lead goes back to 4 now. Morgan County hasn't struggled getting it across the net. That's for sure. It's a couple of times it's just sailed out of play.
Danica Barker back to serve here for the Lady Comets.
That's a really good serve. Just got to get it across. Oh, what a play.
And capitalized on it. That was a great job there by Wes Carter to keep it alive. And
Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's like they were throwing that one from the cheap seats right there. But, Morgan County may have thought it's down.
They relaxed a little bit. Oh, this one's trouble. Got to get this one across. Good job there. This one, I thought it might go out. Pat did a really good job. Hicks with just a little finesse there. And it's going to be a point for Wes Carter. Lead swells to its largest at 6.
And it's one of those situations, we've talked about it a little bit earlier. Morgan County really doesn't have a whole lot of head toppers out there. And you're facing against Hicks, jumping up there.
And Hicks, that was number 22, Barker, that served this one. This one's going to go almost to Moorhead and Morgan County, Jeff. We keep saying this, that they got another opportunity here. You're not beat yet. You made the bus ride here. You might as well try to win.
Play it out.
Yeah. There you go.
Picks up an ace there.
Leads down to 4 now. They put 2 together here. Now you need at least 2 more. Make this a 12-10 game, then you got something you can work with. Good serve. Oh, just really good positioning there. Number 5, Brown, just found the gap. And the hand-eye coordination that we talked about, Jeff, it's one of those things where you're hitting it, but you're looking to see where you're going with it at the same time.
Right, because, you got to be able to read that defense. As that's going to be another ace there by Wes Carter. Let's see, that's number 23 there for the Lady Comets. And that's Chloe Lane, a junior. Picks up back-to-back aces for Lane there.
I'll tell you what, this Wes Carter team is pretty good, Jeff. Maybe didn't play their best at Greenup.
Well, that was their first game, too.
I'm telling you right now, this is a team that could make some noise. Very well win the district. You never know.
It's one of those, they're in contention. Coach at Christy Tackett there, she expects, a long run into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. She's been there, bud. I remember the really good matches her and Russell used to always have back in the day. Man, those were some powerhouse matchups.
Yeah, with Coach P out there,
yes.
Coach Perry.
I'm telling you, you want to talk about a crowd those two brought.
Awesome.
That was an environment. Anytime you get East and West together, it doesn't matter if they're playing checkers at the Mount Sterling Cracker Barrel, there's going to be people there wearing blue and red and maroon and white. This looks like we got a timeout.
That looks like trying to see who called that one.
The lead has swollen to 10, Jeff.
As we see Coach Tackett right now having a conversation here with the official.
It don't look like it was an argument. It looks like maybe
probably just a questioning,
a clarification type issue. I don't think that she's arguing with anything. And I'll tell you, listen, no offense to the officials, but she probably knows the rules better than anybody.
Yeah, Coach Tackett, she's been around here and has coached several teams and everything else.
You just don't know what the conversation could have been. It could have been, hey, I'm going to put this player here, or it could have been anything. You never know.
Well, and sometimes I've even seen coaches, especially, if they're in this kind of situation, they're up by 10. They may question something, maybe just to make sure that they don't do something wrong in the future. It's like, hey, did you take a look at that?
Right.
Were they out of alignment on that? What did you think about that way? They didn't call it. Obviously there was no call that was there, but at that same token, it was like, well, was that close?
Like I tell James Collier, there's only one person in this area that can criticize officials, and it's me.
There you go.
And the officials know I'm goofing with them, so they just laugh at me like I'm nothing anymore.
Nice cross-court shot there by Wes Carter. I think
finesse. I believe that was number 11, Buckler.
So Wes Carter's 6 points away from putting away this match in straight sets.
Lane's going to serve this one. A good serve. Good job by Blair. Got to get it across here. Good play.
And that one shot by Wes Carter was
just no one home right there at the net. Got too far. Once you get too close to that net, you're in no man's land.
Absolutely, yeah. For those watching at home, you might have said, well, she hit it twice. Why didn't they call that? Anytime that it's a block and called a block with the ball and everything else being contacted above the net, you can make a second one on it as long as it was a call to block.
Looks like for Wes Carter.
Carrie-Ann Jenkins.
Jenkins is in, and it looks like number 23, Lane, checked out. Patience.
Going back to the Hicks, and you see she didn't take the swing.
No, she could have, and that thing probably would have hit the ceiling after it hit a Morgan County hand.
Well, and that's part of the game nowadays, because a lot of times it was almost like bombardment.
Right.
You just slammed it, and whoever could dig it out the most was going to be the they would have won. Now a lot of teams are going off a 2.
I think that's close.
I think that one was off the block once again, and Morgan County just couldn't recover there.
Right.
So Jenkins trying to see if she can close it out here, 22-8.
Yeah, getting to that point for Morgan County. There was bright spots for this team, though, Jeff. We're not going to sit and beat them down. Morgan County, there's some pieces there that they could be a pretty good team, Jeff.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, any of these teams right now, it's just an early part of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, we got the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay there as Hicks gets it off the block. A lot of times, they just got to get through, these first few games, and then they're going to get better. As there was a block there by Hicks.
Wes Carter trying to put the period on today's match, trying to go 3-0 against Morgan County and move to 2-1 on the year. 1-1 coming in. Morgan County come in 0-1.
And set point here, or match point, and that's going to be it.
That's it. And there's, like we said, there's pieces for Morgan County. This, they're going to be just fine. It's one of those things you got to crawl before you can walk, or you got to walk before you can run.
Right. And it's all trying to get the pieces put together. Because, as I said, I was trying to take a look and see if Morgan County coach, of course, Ashton Bidwell is the coach there for Morgan County. I was trying to see how long she's had here at the tenure with Morgan County.
Probably not long, bud. The internet's not really cooperating.
There we go. She was the coach last year.
Okay.
On there, trying to see. For some reason, the KHSAA's maybe too many requests going on right now. She's been there for about 3 or 4 years right now.
Yeah, and I tell you what, though, Jeff, the site right now is blowing up because you got so many sports going on at the same time. The server's probably not used to hosting that many.
Yeah, she's been the coach since the 22 season. Had some down years and everything else. She's trying to look to turn the program around, and but that's what it's going to take is just getting things put together, trying to get the pieces in place and see who works well together.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Back out here on Kool TV. Once again, West Carter defeats Morgan County 3-0. Jeff, it was a game where the runs and the kills from Adams and Hicks really took a toll on Morgan County.
Yeah, West Carter, we said, they got some head toppers and they know what to do with them. That's out there. I mean, you got Hicks, very smart player, plays all year round. Does a great job. Adams, really strong. She has a really good cross serve, or not cross serve, but a cross attack on there. And, I mean, they even had a few players come off the bench and be able to cause some damage out there as well. They take an early lead on here inside of the 62nd district. And I was trying to think of who else might have been playing in there as well, because, like I said, we know East Carter is in the 62nd. Don't want to say West Carter's got the number 1 seed right now, if but technically they do.
You can't say that, Jeff.
Well, technically they do, because West Carter's 1-0. East Carter, nothing.
As of August 22nd.
Yeah, as of August 22nd there. East Carter, really, they're not going to be playing their first district game until the 26th when they go against West Carter.
Right.
And that's going to be at East Carter. So that's going to be a great game right there. And that's going to be really kind of the tell of the tape, because, preseason, you take a look at it, East and West Carter are going to dominate the 62nd district. On
the
there.
Typical suspects, bud.
Exactly. And I'm wondering even, because I was trying to take a look, because I saw earlier on that Morgan County was supposed to be playing Elliott County. But
that game got washed.
Yeah, it got washed out. Of course, I think that's all part of the All-A.
Yeah, that was part. Yeah, I saw that.
But it looks like if you look at Elliott County's schedule right now, the only ones that's on there is West Carter on September 12th.
That may not be correct.
Well, it could be something too that Elliott County. It looks like they got several players that's interested in playing. A lot of sophomores, few seniors, few juniors, and everything else. But traditionally, Elliott County hasn't jump that hurdle just yet. Every team has got kind of a hurdle they have to jump over. When like East and West Carter first joined in, girls volleyball, they had to get over that newness factor. Right. Elliott County, they've had that time. Actually, they don't even have a coach listed right now, so that could be part of it right there. They're looking for a coach. And Elliott County has struggled, but they played, and that's the important thing, is that they play. And I know several girls that's played there before and everything else. That's just what they have to do, is just keep on playing, keep on trying, and try to keep the program alive, because eventually you're going to get the right coach with the right teams and everything else, and things are going to turn around.
The stars have to align. Well, Jeff, I appreciate you producing out here tonight, and this is one of probably 100 events that we'll do this fall and winter. And, of course, join us tomorrow night. We will be at East Carter, me and Jeff will, for when Estill County comes to town. That game will be on Kool TV. Also on Kool TV, West Carter will host Pike County Central. Kent Robinson will be on the call for that game. You can catch it live right here on Kool TV. Of course, we'll be live in Grayson for East Carter and Estill County. And, you can kind of flip in between games because our good friend James Collier will be down the Industrial Parkway, and he'll have Raceland will take on Ashland. So I tell you what a 3 games to open up the season with.
I know, especially, you look at that Raceland-Ashland game. I mean, Raceland been to the state tournament or, state playoff finals, the last couple of years.
Yeah, and Ashland won it in 2020 in 3A.
So, I mean, you're looking at, 2 really good teams going at each other right there. West Carter, of course, I think they're playing down this year, I think, due to enrollment, if I'm not mistaken.
I think West Carter, Pike Central, and East Carter and Esta will be better games than what Raceland National will be. I'm not saying Raceland doesn't have a chance. I'm just saying I think these games will be better. But either way, it's football. We've been wanting that to come back forever and ever. It seemed like it's been gone. The last time I watched an East Carter or West Carter snap, I was walking off the field at Log Mountain, completely soaked. My equipment was just about ruined, and it was about 55 degrees, and there was clouds moving across the field. So it's just one. And if you hadn't been there doing that stuff that night, we probably wouldn't have had a broadcast anyways.
Right.
So for Jeff Irwin and Spencer Hutchinson, this has been a presentation of Kool TV.
Thank you for watching high school volleyball live on Kool TV. This broadcast of high school volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Hit Sports Network and Kool TV.